What's up guys, in this video I'll be going over the 5 best items to sell on eBay to make huge profits. If you don't know me already, my name is Carter Maxwell. I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur and I go by the nickname of the High School Hustler. And if you're trying to create an online business and make money while you sleep, then this is a channel for you, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So when selling on eBay, there's thousands and thousands of different unique items that you can sell. But from my experience when sourcing, there's 5 items that I always keep my eye out for that are going to yield me really big profits. So let's get straight into what exactly those 5 items are. So the first item are actually electronics, and everyone has electronics, everyone has the newest gadget, the newest electronic out there, and they're always tossing or giving away basically their older electronics for free or for a very low price. That's where you, the reseller, can swoop in and actually get those for a really low price to then resell them back on eBay. So this gives you a huge opportunity because you can then source these products for anywhere. Routinely, I source them for around $5 to $20 and sell them around anywhere from that $75 to $200 range all day long on eBay. And there's tons and tons of different electronics that you can look out for. You just need to search them up on eBay and do your research and check out the sold listings as well. But I routinely find DVD players, VCR players, CD changers, all that stuff. You can find them really cheap because people just toss them. They no longer use VCR players or they want the newest DVD player, so they'll just toss them or they'll sell them to you for really cheap. I can find them at garage sales, thrift stores, just all over the place. And the cool thing is your margins are going to be extremely high. So you're getting them for like that $5 to $20 range, but you're selling them for like $75 to $200. And the only downfall is make sure before you purchase the item, you test it. Because the worst thing you can do is just purchase it blindly and then send it to the customer when it sells and it be broken and you have to go through the whole return process. And it's just a bit headache. So make sure when you're purchasing electronics, make sure they work. So the second item to always look out for when you're sourcing are video games. In video games, you can actually source them for really pretty cheap, for anywhere from that $1 to $3 range. And the sales price is basically endless. I mean, because there's always people out there looking for old video games as well, and especially when you're purchasing them, people are always just looking to either dump them or they're just undervaluing the video games. For instance, you can come in there and you can find those Nintendo 64 cartridges or those GameCube games and get them extremely cheap, and those are somewhat of a collectible item. People are on eBay searching for those every single day, so if you can find those and get them for that $1 to $3 range, you're easily going to make a really nice profit because there's always people out there looking. And the good thing about video games as well is when it comes to the shipping process, it's extremely easy because all you have to do is just pack it in like a small bubble mailer and ship it anywhere from $2 to $3. So the shipping process is actually really easy and pretty cheap. So that is the second item to look for. So the third item to look for are trending items. And when selling trendy items, it's not about being the lowest price. It's about getting in the market as early as you can, because you want to get in early because you want to establish your listing before other competitors, other sellers come on and sell the same product as you. So you already have sales in the past that can hopefully move your listing higher up in the search ranks. And with selling trendy items, your sales at the time where it's peaking are going to be crazy. So it's sometimes hard to keep stuff in stock. So for instance, a trend about a year or two ago was actually Pokemon items, because Pokemon Go was going off. It was the biggest app at the moment, and people were actually looking to purchase Pokemon gear again, and it was once again popular, which gives you, the reseller, an advantage. So you can go around and either sell your Pokemon collection if you have one, you can go around and purchase other people's collections and offer them back up on eBay, and you could actually make a killing doing that around that time because it was just trending. Everyone wanted Pokemon at that time. And an example of another trending item were fidget spinners, and that wasn't too long ago, about 6 months ago, and it was kind of right after that Christmas time. And the cool thing about fidget spinners, or you can actually get them for extremely cheap, anywhere from that $1 to $3 range. You could get a pretty good fidget spinner, and you were selling them all day on eBay. People were selling hundreds and hundreds of fidget spinners on eBay because it was just the next craze, it was the next trend, and everyone was purchasing them routinely anywhere from that $10 to $15 range, what people were buying these fidget spinners for. And it was honestly, I talked to some sellers that were selling them and they had trouble keeping them in stock. So when it comes to selling trendy products, it's just about getting in the market early and selling fast and staying in stock, because that's the name of the game. Being in stock during the high peak, selling out as the trend dies off. The fourth best item to sell on eBay is actually clothing, and you can sell clothing in new or used condition. So I probably know what you're thinking. Why would someone ever want to buy used clothing? Well, it's basically all about the brand. People will buy brands of clothing, even if it's used and even in not the best condition. I mean, I've sold stuff with stains, with holes, and people still buy it because they want that brand. And that's all about what clothing is. It's not about selling a t-shirt. You want to look for the brands when you're sourcing for branded jackets, branded shirts, branded long sleeve shirts, sizes as well. And the good thing about clothing is you can honestly find it anywhere, and it's probably one of the cheapest items because everyone just wants to get rid of their clothing and sometimes even get rid of it for free. Obviously, when you go to thrift stores, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but there's just thousands of different clothing items that you can actually source and look through and find those brands that are going to get you that top dollar. I mean, I've routinely sold those high brands, those really popular brands, anywhere from that $60 to $100 range. And I've heard of people that have sold jackets, shoes, all that stuff anywhere from $100 to $300. So when it comes to clothing, you can get it extremely, extremely cheap and sometimes for free, and the margins are crazy. So that is the fourth item to sell on eBay. The fifth best item to sell on eBay actually isn't so much of a certain item, but it's a type of item, and that's going to be collectible and rare items. So eBay was honestly probably created to sell those unique items that people were looking for that couldn't find locally, so they go online and can look all over the world for that certain item. And with collectibles and rare items, you're going to actually yield some really, really high profits because your competition is going to be extremely low. Like, not everyone is going to have that signed baseball or that camera. For instance, I went to a garage sale and there was this coin. It was brand new and it's like silver packaging, and I went ahead and looked it up. It was routinely selling from $200 to $250 on eBay. I asked how much the lady wanted for it. She said $5. Gave her 10. Boom, took it home, sold it like a week later for $250. Another good example is a vintage camera that I found. It was a Polaroid. It's one of the ones where you actually take the picture and it prints it out right away. But it was like from the 1980s, and it was just super vintage, and the condition was really good. I'd say it was like new condition. And I picked it up for $7 from a garage sale, sold it that same week for $180. So if you can find those rare, those collectible items, you can really, really make some nice profits. So that is the fifth item type to look out for on selling on eBay. Well, I hope you learned something of value that you can use in your present or future eBay business to hopefully increase your sales and find those higher margin, higher profit items. And if you enjoyed this video, just please feel free to comment below with any questions and or video ideas you would like to see in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'm always giving away different tips and tricks on how to make money online. And on that note, I will see you guys next video.